Hi, I'm Liz with Liz Toth Properties, powered by eXp Realty. I'm a residential real estate agent in the Triangle in North Carolina. And I specialize in working in 55 plus communities. I work with both buyers and sellers, and I help them find their best next chapter. And a lot of times through that journey, I get asked estate planning questions, which I don't know the answer to. So that's why I am so excited to be here today at Rhodes Law Firm. We're going to sit down with Gretchen and Annette. This is part one of a 4-part series where I'm starting from the very beginning, why estate planning matters, what happens if you don't have any estate planning done, and the mistakes people make every single day with estate planning. Let's get into it. Just so you know, this is not legal advice. Annette and Gretchen are here to share great information, but if you have specific questions about your own situation, please reach out to them directly. All of their contact information will be in the description below, so you can visit their website or get in touch with them personally. So today we're here, as I mentioned, Rhodes Law Firm. We're with Annette and Gretchen. I'm so excited to be sitting down with them. We're going through a lot of questions specifically about estate planning. So just so the audience is aware, general public, when you watch this video, this is not legal advice from them. If you have questions about estate planning, be sure to reach out to them directly. We're going to put all their information in the verbiage, so you'll be able to call them. You can go to their website. You will have access to Annette and Gretchen if you have specific questions or situations that you need help with. I do work with a lot of folks in the 55 plus communities. A lot of people are moving here from out of state, things like that. So you guys are going to share some great information. But before we get into all the estate planning stuff, wanted to have you tell me a little bit about yourselves. Where are you from? And then how did you get into estate planning?
Well, I grew up in Ohio. Both of us are Midwest girls. We both grow up here from the Midwest.
Where our connection is. We are all from the Midwest. I'm also from Ohio.
I'm from Pennsylvania.
So I came down here for law school 40 some years ago. We won't be exact, I guess. And after law school, I went to Campbell Law School, so locally here, and then started clerking with a judge, and then started general practice. And decided during that general practice that this is what I really, really enjoy doing. It's very helpful to people. You're really helping them in a very personal way. It's going to affect them. It's going to affect their family. And it really uses probably my best skills, which is analysis and writing, drafting, that kind of thing. So
that's excellent.
I really like it.
I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And I got into this kind of by several different careers, but the one that relates most is I was a special education teacher. And got interested in special education law. So I went to school for law school for that, and then did practice in education law for 4.5, 5 years. But I missed the connection that I had with families and drawn, and what I love most about what I do various things here, but is planning for families with special needs. So that's sort of how that got me here.
How long has the Rhodes Law Firm been here? And tell us a little bit about that and the background.
So I left the general practice in 2010, and then practiced a few years in Southern Wake County, and then moved to Wake Forest in 2014. So we've been in this exact location. We have actually expanded our firm since we came here.
But let's get into the estate planning matters and talk a little bit about that. Why is estate planning so important, and why is it so important, especially for people over 55?
People over 55, it's just a fact of life that as we age, we're more likely to become incapacitated or die. That's just the way it is. So everybody should have some kind of an estate plan, even young, for their children, for their spouse. But once you're 55, people really start thinking about, well, what would happen and who would be the right people to be in charge of my estate? What is my estate? And a lot of people feel that they don't have anything, but they really do. And particularly if they're incapacitated, there's income, there's a lot of issues too. Somebody needs to help you if you're not able to make decisions yourself. So estate planning is all about that, not just about death.
Yeah.
And what happens to what you owned at one time.
Okay. What happens if somebody passes away without a will in North Carolina?
It's North Carolina, as every state does, has intestate laws. Intestate means without a will. Testate means with a will. So intestate laws are going to make some assumptions that you would like your spouse to have some of your assets and you would like your children to have some of your assets. Interestingly, if you don't have children and your parents are living, the law just assumes that your parents would maybe need some of your assets and your spouse would need the rest. So it's a very interesting way that it's been thought through over a long period of time, and that's what will apply if you die without a will. What we're asking people when they come in to do estate planning is, who do you trust? You know, who could take care of you if you're incapacitated? Who do you want to handle your assets when you're gone? And what do you have? How do you want to distribute that? And that's really our focus.
Let's talk a little bit about some of the most common mistakes that people make with regard to estate planning.
Sure. I think the biggest mistake is not thinking about estate planning and not having one. And oftentimes we think of estate planning and we just think about a will. But there are powers of attorney that are super important if you're incapacitated. So that's what's important while you're alive, yourself. And to think about, who do I want to take care of me, not just in my house and make food or give me my medicine, but who's going to manage my affairs, right? And if we don't have those in place, I don't want to go too much into it, but then you're in a guardianship proceeding, then you're in a court proceeding.
Okay.
That's really the biggest mistake I see, is not getting those documents in place. And then your loved ones have to scramble in order to take care of you. Yeah.
And I think that's the thing is, like, you know, you think about yourself a lot of times, but you don't think about the effect it's going to have on everybody else that's in your life. And, you know, and so that's something to take into consideration as well. And I'm sure you guys talk to folks about that all the time. Yeah.